Hey Orchinistas, this is Tracy at Forever Orchids. Welcome to the channel. Today I thought I'd show you one of my grow spaces. This one is upstairs in my kitchen. It's a very large window. It's 80 inches of southern exposure, so I've got lots of orchids in this space right here. So today let's take a look at what's in bud and what's in bloom. This is George King's Serendipity. You've seen this one before. I've done a video on this. This is the largest cattleya in my collection with 40 pseudobulbs, and it loves southern exposure. Behind there, facing the window, is the George Tyler that we recently remounted onto cork. And then right here, this is, I believe it's now RLC Lynette Snowstorm. This is a Brassivola nodosa hybrid with Stephen Oliver Foreraker. Large, gorgeous cattleya. Back behind there is Dosa Lemon, and that is also a Brassivola nodosa cross. And its flowers are fading. It was 8 flowers on there, and I have another video that we can post of just that orchid by itself. This is Cattleya Angel Bells. This is one of the rescued orchids that I have. Not much going on with her. Putting out some new roots there. She bloomed this late fall, late summer actually. She was in bloom, so she's in the process now of putting out some new roots on that pseudobulb. Growing beside of her is my large, very large Phalaenopsis Meraldi. Make sure you go back and check out that video that I did. I did a couple of those introducing you to her. This one has gone absolutely nuts this year. She's on her 3rd leaf. I don't even know how many roots she's put out this year after we repotted her. And she is growing a new spike. Look at that spike. Now, you'll see the little styrofoam peanut that I have right there. I'm trying to protect the new growth. Anytime you have new growth, whether it be a new leaf or a new flower spike, a new inflorescence, the tissue is so new that it's very soft and it hasn't hardened off yet. So I didn't want to damage it when I put it in this stake right here. I'm trying to stake it and keep it away from this flower spike here. And I've got this one staked up as well. So I'm leaving 2 of the spikes on here. They're green, and we're going to see what they end up doing come January and February when this is typically in bloom. But here is the new flower spike growing like a little crazy little weed. And up above that, this is a new acquisition for me. And the sunlight's just starting to hit through the window. But this is Cattleya Orchidii crossed with Cattleya luteola. Little small, little gorgeous little thing here that's just opened up. It's mounted here on some cork. Let me see if I can turn this tag around here, get a better look, because I think I pronounced this wrong. No, it is straight up Cattleya Orchidii crossed with Cattleya species luteola. And then we just have an aloe and some cactus growing here. And then up on the top shelf here, this right here is it's actually BSN now, Maikai. And I wanted to show you the buds. Look at those, are 7 right there that are forming. And there's actually, and forgive me here, I'm gonna have to probably stand up or move a chair. It has 3 flower spikes. So there's one there. I'm gonna climb up here. See if we can't get down into that one right there that's forming. And right here, there is some more forming right there. So this is going to be really, really gorgeous when it blooms. Then we have some other cattleyas here. This is another one of the rescues right here that we groomed and got it staked up. And there is a flower bud in that one. And that sheath has one right in it. And there's another flower sheath right there. Let me see if I can get the camera moved around a bit. When the sunlight comes into the window, This definitely, you can see there are buds in all three. This one right here just seems to have the one that is the largest, so it'll probably bloom first. You can see a little shadow there now as I move the camera. And let's see here. Oh, there is another one back here that is pushing out some buds right down there. You can see those buds pushing out. That is a Potanera. Ooh, let me get the tag here. It's Potanera Young Men Gold Golden Water. And there is its tag right there. And this one I repotted at the wrong time. Pseudobulbs dried up. The plant looks absolutely horrible. You can see that leaf right there is dehydrated. But the new growth, lo and behold, this plant wants to survive so bad that it is pushing out buds. And there's at least, can't really see that far back here. Let's see if we can turn it a little bit and see how many buds there are. At least two, I think we can see, maybe three. It's supposed to be an orange, kind of like a pumpkin orange. Well, we'll see what that one looks like. So as far as this space here, that is all that is in bud or bloom. I've got my Vanda down there, which is not looking great because it's in the wrong position. The cats love to get to it. This is Pink Empress right there. And this is another Lynette Snowstorm. This was a rescue, and that yellow leaf that you see right there is just on an older pseudobulb. As soon as it finishes drying up, it will come right off and no problems whatsoever. But I have seen some new growth down in there. So everything over here is just looking wonderful. Got two more orchids down there. A bifolate that I think is sulking. It's growing roots, but it hasn't started growing any new growths on it. It bloomed in March, so I would expect it to bloom this coming March of 2024, but not with any new growth. Hasn't pushed out anything. Have not repotted it. All I've done is just watered it. Pseudobulbs look great, but new roots, and that's it. This is a Burdekin Wonder, Cattleya Burdekin, or RLC Burdekin Wonder, I should say. So this is one of the grow spaces that I have. And we'll look at some others that are in a different location throughout the house. We'll go look to see what's in bud downstairs. This is a southern facing window, but it's under a deck. So I have some orchids under lights and things that are in bud and bloom. This is Phalaenopsis Kenneth Schubert. I did not realize this is a sequential bloomer. It had two bloom spikes, and they've been blooming for several months now. Next to that is one that we have talked about. This is Phalaenopsis Chia Yinlin, most prolific thing I've ever seen in my life. Next to that is the apple blossom. Over here is just a unnamed Phalaenopsis that is in bud. Flower spikes growing there. We come down here to this little console table I have, and this is the Memorial Bernice Foster, and it has bloom spikes here, buds, and these two are in bloom. And then two or three plants over is the, what is it? It's a Procatavola Lime Stars crossed with Lime Schubert. Second bloom that has come out on that. Really, really nice. Go down here to the next shelf. Nothing going on down there. Just lots of new growth. Roots galore on those. Down here, this is another Bernice Foster. I had, whoops, almost dropped the phone. Another one here blooming. And then the only other thing down here, we had this that was in bud, and the bud ended up blasting. And I do have a Clessia down here on the bottom, and that has two bloom spikes coming out of the bottom of the Clessia Grace done. Here's another one of my grow spaces. This is a 3-shelf, just unfinished piece of furniture that I've had for a really long time. Never got around to refinishing it, so it's working as a grow space right now. So here is a lot of my seedlings, and here is one that is in bloom. This is SLC Candy Sparks Red Stripes crossed with SLC Memorial Trudy Marsh. And it's a first bloom seedling. I think it's a really nice shaped flower. Kind of a orangey red color. And then here is my Tolumnia, one of them that is in bloom. And this is the Tolumnia Jarrick Flyer Cultivar 642 is the name on this one. Let's get the camera here to focus. Hello, there we go. Look at that cutie. Cutie, cutie, patootie. Beside of that is just a little miniature phalaenopsis. I got at the grocery store for like $5. They were clearancing them out. And so here is its bloom spike coming out right here. Not focusing very well here. There we go. And then we've also got another seedling, first bloom seedling that has buds on it. This is BLC Rosebud Queen of Splash crossed with SLC Dream Circle, and the cultivar is SVO. Both of those parents have an HCC by the American Orchid Society, and this is, like I said, a first bloom seedling. And look at those buds. Would you look at those? Oh, wow. Look at them in there. So I would guess another month to month and a half, we should have those in bloom. Nothing up here really except for the Tolumnia that I mounted here, right here on this piece of driftwood. It is attaching really nicely, and it has a bloom spike in it right here. And I did a video on that, a little update. So we're still, you can see here the growth here of that. Other than that, there's nothing else in bud right now on this shelf. So until next time, guys, happy orchid growing. Bye.